Today I'm going through all the small little details found in WWE 2K23's latest reveal. We've also got some interesting information found from the interviews that were done, and a whole lot more. Let's get started right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Assemble. I'm Matt, good to have you here. Let's get right into 2K23, all those little tiny details. It's fun to unravel. A lot of stuff's been posted, but here we go for everything you need to know. Phoenix Nitro did another interview on his YouTube channel where he talked with Brian Williams about past WWE 2K games and talked about 2K23. The one thing he did talk very briefly about was just universe mode. And Brian stated how he is very excited about the updates and changes to universe mode. He's saying that, quote, it's a game changer for the mode, and that fans that have been looking for a change and an update, they're gonna be excited. I hope so. It's been a hot minute since we've had any changes with universe. But what do you think? Are you more excited about my GM, universe mode, or just playing it, or my faction? Maybe you're a My Faction person, probably not. Speaking of My Faction, one creator, It's My Yard, did an interview, was able to get some information regarding the mode and asked a pretty big question that a lot of us, including myself, have really been wondering about regarding the mode. Number one, we do know that it is going to support online capability this year, which is great, but the big question was surrounding like the attires and locking the models behind My Faction and not putting them in other modes. Lionel Jinx responded to this question and said the following, quote, that's a tough one. So when we look at that mode in particular, it's a smaller team that's developing and running that operation. So it doesn't have the full resource like the main game. But when we're adding new superstars to the game, you get everything like from the victories, the taunts, the movesets, the entrances, pyro, you know, everything that goes with the superstar parts. You can update them or change the color. That team is smaller than the rest of the dev team, and because we have to start working on the next version of the game and we only have truly 9 months to do it right. So it's one of those things trying to weigh the options of how much freedom and how many people we are throwing at the development of the live ops part. I think most people would love that, but I think a lot of people would prefer a very steep roster on the WWE 2K24 game. I think if this mode keeps growing and we keep doing what we're doing, we can start entertaining those options, but it's a really difficult decision for us to support it right now, just because of the logistical challenges of trying to position the team to work on and fight or lose those parts of the game. It's tricky and we're still figuring it out, but we know it's on the top of everyone's list to one day hopefully support it. So in a nutshell, My Faction this year, like last year, it will release models, new characters, updated attires or retro attires like we have seen, and it will be locked to the mode. So you need to come here or go online and find all of the My Faction downloads that will get released, and hopefully we'll be doing the exact same thing we did with last year's game. I understand what Lionel Jinx is saying, that you've got to put time and resources behind it, and their team that works on My Faction is very small, but this was a massive complaint amongst everybody with the game. Locking things like DX behind My Faction. We couldn't get DX entrance, the attires. So we have to do all these workarounds as a community and rely on everybody else and great creators to bring it to life and bring it into the core game. And My Faction must be profitable because they're continuing to do it this year, and hopefully it does have enough improvements that players really want to play the mode, but I am discouraged and I'm not happy with the fact that they can't do anything about it. They're not going to put the extra resources into doing anything to change that, and that's going to disappoint fans. What won't disappoint fans, I think, is going to be some of the little small updates that we have for the game. One of them being new kickout animations that we've seen. This comes over from GameVolt, who posted this video of a match between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. And you can see here, as soon as Charlotte goes for the pin attempt, there is a quick kickout. And when it happens, you get really cool animations from not only Charlotte and Rhea Ripley as they react to it. Once again, these are small details, but they go a long way when you're someone who plays the game every single year and you hear the same commentary and you see the same animations over and over again. I like these little details that they're updating. The next one is a reversal animation that popped up. This is done by the creator who posted it, Small Afro, who's going side by side with Brandon from BDE. And they got Braun Breaker and Xavier Woods in a match. And there's this really cool reverse animation I've never seen before. Breaker goes for the clothesline. Woods reverses it by ducking and hitting him in the gut and coming back into the ring. And that's only one that was noticed. So you gotta figure we're gonna get a lot more of these reversal animations, which I am all for. I hope it just brings new life to the game and different moments in you can kind of transition into bigger moves going from there. Another detail that was added in was with regards to war games. This was reported by Delzinski, who's an awesome creator on YouTube. He reported that with the weapon wheel, you can customize it before starting up the war games match. So you can pick things like stop signs and sledgehammers and chairs. He mentioned that 2 items that you cannot use for the selection is going to be a trash can and a ladder. They cannot be used inside war games. But I am happy that the weapon wheel is going to be customizable. Hopefully we get a few different weapons. I'm not too sure about that, but I am glad that we are going to see some updates here. This makes it a lot more fun for war games too, because over time, we're going to play this match type like a billion times. And so to add more stakes to it, you could do things where it's only chairs or only tables, and then you get a bunch of flaming tables inside of war games. And you set up tables in every single corner. We're gonna add a lot more fun to the match if it ever does get stale for you. Now, sticking with weapons, New Legacy also posted this online regarding weapon taunts. So now in the game, you could finally do a taunt while holding a weapon. As you can see, Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins both holding their weapons and conducting different taunts. And I love this. Again, small details, they go a long way. They make the game more fun, more entertaining, dummy. And we heard from the devs that we were gonna get more of a fatigue system reintroduced into the game, and your stamina is gonna be more affected, and you're gonna see more wear and tear on your character as you're going through the match deeper and deeper. New Legacy posted this clip too, where we have Shotzi and Bayley, and you can see as Shotzi's coming off of the ropes, she's looking really tired and winded, and she has to stop. Not running at full speed anymore. And when Bayley goes to the top rope, you can see Shotzi is looking way more tired based on her body language. She's a little more hunched over, and she's huffing and puffing, brother. It's cool to see that the stamina is going to play a bigger role in this. I didn't see, based on any of the footage out there, maybe you did, but I didn't see anything when it comes to the red glowing stun meter that we had in last year's game. I haven't come across that at all. Seen some of the one-on-one matches, maybe it's just missed, but let me know, because I don't know if that's gonna be in this year, and I hope it's not. But what I am glad that is in this year's game, double title entrances. Talked about this on the last video, very excited. Everyone's going nuts because we have the 2 double titles. It's a real shame that Roman Reigns was holding one of the titles upside down, but it is what it is. But Roman's entrance here, the big question I have, and I'm wondering, is this is a generic double title entrance. Frankly, we've seen modders that have been able to go into 2K22 and have the title belt around Roman's waist and put one over his shoulder. And that's where I was scratching my head thinking, why didn't they just do that? It's Roman Reigns' entrance. The other thing is that it makes the entrance feel shorter. It does look like a generic double title entrance. I wonder if they just had time and the ability to put one generic entrance in for the men and the women, and this is what it looks like. Because again, with the Roman Reigns entrance, it's lacking a lot, and it's not Roman's typical motion that he does, even when he's just holding the belts. There's no Paul Heyman, obviously. And so I wonder if we're gonna get a couple of generic double title motions for the entrances, and that's it for this year. And then next year's game, they finally put it in where you're gonna see some stars with legit double title entrances like Roman or Randy Orton or John Cena. I'm glad it's back in the game. I am excited. Fans have been asking for it like crazy. Great that it's there, but I wish that there were some, and hopefully it is, but I wish there were some that were specific to the superstars today. One thing I am happy to see is going to be updated moves, finishers, like Roman Reigns here in this video from GameVolt. Roman's spear animation is way more intense. Specifically in this one, he's got the blood running down his face, which is cool. But Roman's spear in 22 really did irritate me. I don't know about you, but I didn't like it because the animation was slow, it took forever, and then once he completed the spear, him getting off the ground took so long, and in a multi-man match, you got no sense of urgency, you can't go for a pin right away. So I am really glad that this has been updated, and hopefully it means that other finishers are also getting some updates too. And the last thing today I was excited to share with all of you is what we found online was going to be the title screen. It's a small thing, but I got so tired of 2K22's title screen, it drove me nuts. It was so bland and boring. This one, a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, I gotta be honest, I'm digging it. You can see based on the screenshot here that we are in the demo beta of the game, so everything else is locked that's gonna be on screen. You have play and showcase. That was what was made available to all of the players at the preview event. We know for all of the tiles, we're probably gonna look at play, showcase, my GM, universe mode, and my faction. They keep it like this. You can see at the very top though that we have another tab to go over for creation. So this would be all of our creation options. You go for create a superstar, advanced creations, as we know that has been put into the game as well. That's confirmed. So for your entrance creations, that's in there. Really, really awesome. I'm glad that's back. Your online and then your general options. The way they've done it this way this year, I like it. It's a little bit cleaner. I like that you have just a minimal look to it. That's what I like with a game like this. You can also see, based on the screenshot here, we have a preview with the Raw arena, and you're selecting match type, your match rules are there, and the arena, and you hit confirm and you go. So my guess is you would click on play from the main menu, and then you're gonna select your match type, and you're gonna have different background videos looping as you go through, because we saw different backgrounds happening from the main menu from Judgment Day to John Cena. This I do like. It's a small detail, but I do like the fact that it's very, very clean and I can easily select my different options. If you want more WWE 2K23 coverage and updates, click right here, because this is the full impressions roundup, going really in depth of everything that was revealed just the other day. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.